Today I've built 3 different LEGO siege weapons and we're going to see which one can destroy the castle. And if none of them are strong enough, then I've got a surprise medieval nuke as backup. So first, let's quickly build a castle for King Brickhead. And now that it's finished, I think King Brickhead has an announcement. Write this down and send it to all the lords. You're all a bunch of losers and I'm raising your taxes. P.S. The Lion Lord is the biggest loser. The Lion Lord was so pissed when he read this that he searched YouTube and found LearnBrick's video on how to build a trebuchet, and he built one similar for himself. So first I've built the base, then I've built the side frames and I've attached this to the base. Next I added supports to add strength to the frame, just like in the tutorial. And now I'm adding the long arm and counterweight full of coins. And finally I add the net and the strings for firing the boulder. The trebuchet is now complete, so it's time to do a little test to make sure it works.
It's time!
7 hours later.
So far, the trebuchet has only managed to take out one bush. And finally, a direct hit on a soldier. Is that all you've got? You only killed Steve. Nobody even likes Steve. So the Lion Lord left the front line feeling more furious than before. P.S. Yellow makes you look old? And so the Yellow Raven Lord searched all over YouTube for how to make a ballista, but they were all a bit too complicated, so he made up his own version using 2 rubber bands. So now I've finished the ballista, let's load it up and see if it works. Hang on, I'm not that stupid. I need safety rules. So far, the ballista has only proven very effective against bushes. Haha, thanks for doing my gardening for me, loser. And as if by some miracle, the ballista lifted off the ground and sniped Steve's brother. But ultimately, the ballista had been a failure, and the Raven Lord left with his tail between his legs. P.S. I'd batter you in a 1v1. And with the word batter fresh on his mind, the Blue Crown Lord built a battering ram and filled the middle section with fishing weights, and added a wooden shell around the edge for protection. The Blue Crown Knights arrived at King Brickhead's castle with their battering ram and began taking out a tree that was in their way. And then they set to work ramming the walls, which gave a little bit but remained standing. However, a few soldiers did perish during the battering. Maybe if you spent less time ramming each other, you could actually ram a castle. Losers. By now, the 3 lords were super pissed. They had only killed 4 of King Brickhead's men, and his castle was still standing. They had even done his gardening for him. It was time to call in the nuke.
Sharks with frickin' laser beams attached to their heads.
No. How about dragons with freaking cannons attached to their head? And so there we have it, sirs and ladies. Next time you want to lay siege to a castle, make sure you bring a dragon with a freaking cannon attached to its head.